The Lyrics by Paul McCartney. This book just recently came out as of today's video. It came out, I don't know, a few months ago. And it's Paul McCartney talking about a selection of his songs throughout his career and how he feels about them or how he came up with those songs or just some anecdote or vignette about that particular song. He says, well, you know, a lot of people around my age want to write an autobiography. I didn't want to do that. I didn't keep notebooks of my life throughout my life, but I do know about the songs. And so this is, in a way, according to him, the conceit is that this is sort of like an autobiography or a memoir. So it comes with this big slipcover, which is different depending on where you buy it. So there's something, I think if you buy it in the United States, it might look different than if you know, from what it looks like if you buy it in Britain or something like that. This is the one I ended up with. And then there are 2 volumes. You can see what they look like here. The spines are the same, except that the other one says, you know, has a different alphabetical listing there. And then we can look at the backs. And although there are dust jackets, we'll take them off. I like the dust jackets, but I like this as well. That's just pretty cool to me. So it's the actual writing. Very famous song. I'm not going to sing it. Penny Lane. This one not from the Beatles. Okay, so inside it goes in alphabetical order from one song to the other. And each one just has, see if I can find a famous song quickly. Like a super famous song, A Day in the Life is pretty famous. Each one has the lyrics, which we are to consider the definitive lyrics now. And then, I don't know, a page and a half about something about that song. Whether it was what his life was like at the time, what he was thinking of when he wrote the song, some anecdote about what happened during the writing of the song, something like that. And then we just have a bunch of pictures. So there we go. Now we're on to the next song. So you're not getting an in-depth, sort of detailed kind of thing, but maybe we really don't need that. So Eleanor Rigby, here are the lyrics. Here's something about it. And then a picture, and then we get, here's a little bit more about it, and then we get some more pictures. I love seeing the writing. I love this bit. That's just really cool to me. I like that in the Paris Review when they show writers who show us their drafts. And I like it here where we see a musical artist showing us his drafts. There's a lot here. If you're interested in the Beatles at all, if you're interested in Paul McCartney, or if you're just interested in sort of the history of music and something about the creative process of writing. But I would definitely say that the more you're interested in the Beatles and Paul McCartney, the more you'd be interested in this book. The creative process bit is there, and it's kind of interesting to read, as I say, a page or 2 about how something came up, but it's not an in-depth sort of guide to how an artist comes up with his lyrics. But there are just lots and lots and lots of images here that you might not have seen before, even if you're a bit of a fan. Recording a gunshot overdub for "Oh Woman, Oh Why." You know, if you see Paul McCartney pulling a trigger on handgun, you kind of want to know what's going on there. Anyway, there we go. I was impressed by it. I am, I would not say that I'm a huge fan of Paul McCartney, but I grew up listening to Beatles and stuff. I mean, they were before my time, but I grew up listening to them anyway. Just as my daughter listens to the Beatles today, even though they're before her time. And I found a lot interesting here. Okay, so that's Lyrics, or it's actually called The Lyrics by Paul McCartney.